gentlemen, week 178 is starting off a little slow, but hey, we're going to do what we can with this Indy news. Not a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah, no real big news jumping out from anywhere.
It's the end of the year, so everyone's kind of
starting to wind down.
Yeah, so we're getting into holiday season. People starting to chill out. But hey, we're going to talk about what we do have.
Some results.
Yeah, which is results. So we're going to start with the weekend full of AAW.
Yeah, AAW gave us a doubleheader this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Starting with Friday's Hell Hath No Fury in Berwyn. DJZ defeated Austin Theory, Steppenwolf, Kurt Stallion, Myron Reed, and AR Fox in a six-pack challenge, and that was to determine a new number one contender for the Heritage Championship.
And he'll face Penta El Ceramero on the 25th of November.
Alrighty, yeah. Colt Cabana and Chuck Taylor defeated the Hooligans.
That's like your favorite tag team.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fact that they're not really a tag team, but I did mention them the other day on Facebook as two guys who I thought were underrated wrestlers, and I used them in the same sentence.
Yeah, and now they're teaming up in AAW.
Delilah Doom defeated Veda Scott. Kylie Ray defeated Su Young. Michael Elgin defeated Shane Strickland. Paco defeated Connor Braxton, and fans bring the weapons. Trevor Lee defeated Eddie Kingston. The Besties defeated Scarlett and Graves to become the new tag team champions.
Holy
fireworks and confetti. None of that'll be in there, probably.
Nope.
David Starr and Jeff Cobb defeated Ohio as for Killers. And Phoenix had an open challenge.
Yes.
And it was answered, however unsuccessfully,
yes,
by Josh Alexander.
Yes, the walking weapon
returning
to AAW and losing to Phoenix.
Yeah, well, the belt was on the line, so.
That's true.
If it was non-title, return guy can win. But
that's true, yeah.
On Saturday, we had Rise of the Dragon from AAW from LaSalle, Illinois, not that far from Berwyn, where TJZ defeated Myron Reed. Bucky Collins and Connor Braxton defeated Mike Hartenbauer and Cody Rice. Yeah.
Put some emphasis on that.
Bucky Collins and Connor Braxton. Rachel Ullering defeated Kylie Ray. Evil's defeated Delilah Doom, and Jessica Havoc defeated Alley Cat. Kurt Stallion, Brubaker, and Jake Something defeated Chuck Taylor and Zero Gravity. Sort of stuck with Colt there, Chucky. Eddie Kingston defeated Kevin Lee Davidson.
Yep.
Sounds like a country singer.
A little bit.
The Besties retained the tag team championships against former champions Scarlett and Graves, and Trey Miguel and Steppenwolf.
Yes.
And then Space Monkey and Colt Cabana, my new favorite team, defeated Paco and Ace Perry and Sage Kanan and Dante Leon in another, so two back-to-back triple threat tag team matches.
That's, yeah.
AR Fox defeated Austin Theory. Jeff Cobb and David Starr defeated...
Was that your shocked face?
Yes. Well, he never wins at Evolve either, so...
And it's AR Fox, who usually always wins in AAW.
Jeff Cobb and David Starr defeated the Monster Mafia.
Yeah.
Returned, I guess if Josh Alexander's back, put him together with Paige.
Yeah, why not?
Bring the group back together. And then Phoenix and Michael Elgin in this just tag team packed show.
It was all about tag teams this week.
Defeated Sami Callihan and Ultimo Dragon.
Hell yeah.
That's it for me.
That's all you got.
I'm going to send it to you because you've got ROH and New Japan.
New Japan. But first, ROH on TV. We open up with a triple threat tag team match where the Kingdom defeated Coast to Coast and the Dogs with Sassy Murder on LSG.
Which was a really cool move.
It was
a two-tiered Samoan drop.
Yeah, it was a very, very... Oh, man, I've never seen them use that before.
Yeah,
so
because it was like, what? Vinny hiked the guy up like a Samoan drop.
Yeah.
And then TK O'Ryan came in and picked him up like a Samoan drop, but sort of flipped him over.
Yeah, it was like a flipping Death Valley driver.
Death Valley driver
Samoan drop.
Onto a Samoan drop.
Yeah, this is a very interesting combination. And then the Kingdom said that they want, since they never actually got their rematch for the six-man tag team titles, they want the tag team titles. So,
yeah, they do have a proper victory over the Machine Guns already.
Exactly. So they
victory.
With the Machine Guns being the champions, they obviously want a shot at those titles.
They think that they're in the deserving.
Yes.
But we'll find out later because War Machine has a title match against the Machine Guns for the main event.
Yeah, in the main event. Because originally it was supposed to be Mark Briscoe challenging for...
Made my arm tingle.
Yeah.
Mark Briscoe.
Well, we'll talk about Mark Briscoe in just a second. But we also had Flip Gordon is tired of the Bullet Club attacking him and doing harmless ribs on him, so he's actually going to put together an army, and wants to face the Bullet Club.
Oh god.
Good luck, Flip.
It's going to be like him and Cheeseburger and...
Wait, you said him? You said him and Cheeseburger? Yeah. Okay, I heard ham and Cheeseburger, and I was like, who's ham? I've never heard of ham. It's
going to be him, Cheeseburger, and the boys.
Oh god. Well...
And maybe... like one person to make them seem like they might have a chance. Josh Woods.
Keith Lee.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he's not our Shane Taylor. Maybe he'll pay Shane Taylor.
There you go. Then they would stand a chance.
Yeah, Shane Taylor could probably take on the Bullet Club by himself. Speaking of the Bullet Club, Cody was giving another deserving young up-and-comer a shot at the ROH Championship, this being Ryan Nova.
Who's literally been training for less than a year.
Yeah. And very quickly, Cody defeated Ryan Nova, hitting the Crossroads and then not pinning him, but wanting him to tap out to the American Deathlock. Then Dalton Castle, who Cody said wasn't there, did in fact show up and said that, and pretty much told Cody, he's like, you keep coming out here saying how good you are, but I'm not that impressed with what you got going on. So... maybe
a little bit disappointed in his recent performances.
You know what I want, so give it to me. So Cody's like, yeah, I'll call Paul and get you a developmental deal, and said, you should take that. I'm gonna walk right past you, and you should just take that. That's what you really want. Dalton Castle attacked him and said, no, I want your title. So we're probably at Final Battle gonna get Cody versus Dalton Castle. Then, speaking of Mark Briscoe, as we were saying, he was supposed to have a TV title match against Kenny King in the main event.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
He was in a match over the weekend that he did
War of the Worlds weekend.
Yeah, it was the new like Global Wars tour they were doing. He did like a cool little. He was trying to like flip out of the way, and the way
it looked like he was doing like a handspring.
Yeah, and so the way he came down on his left arm, it actually dislocated his elbow. Pretty gnarly looking. So he was all casted up and was still wanting the match. So he's demanding that he gets his TV title match next week, despite being all broken up. But then we had Jay Briscoe come in and be like, "Oh, you're still going for singles titles? We're a tag team. What are you doing?" So Jay,
I did like that Mark kind of threw it back in his face.
Yeah.
Talked about, well, you were the Ring of Honor champion twice.
Yeah, you're a 2-time ROH champion. I want a single shot. But yeah, Jay is like trying to strong arm Mark Briscoe into.
No pun intended.
No. Totally didn't make that connection, but thank you. Yeah, he's being the bully older brother and saying, hey, no, we're a tag team. That's what we need to do. We need to be a tag team.
Yeah, no, this is one of those moments where I'm a little bit afraid of what's going to happen, because I want to make sure Mark Briscoe is going to recover okay first.
Yeah.
Before we start putting investment into this potential storyline feuding the two against each other.
Because Jay's very rough in the ring. But I think the two of them could probably fucking tear the house down.
Yeah, and I mean, it wouldn't be the first time they fought against each other. They feuded way early in Ring of Honor. But what I'm worried about is a severe elbow dislocation can be the end of your career.
Oh, absolutely.
So...
yeah. So we will see how Mark Briscoe does. But... even if Mark Briscoe doesn't get his shot at the TV title, we do have a pseudo tournament, so to speak.
Yeah, 3 matches that are going to end up being a 4-way match for the title.
including Kenny King.
Yeah.
So we have Punishment Martinez versus Josh Woods.
The only match that I think is really sort of...
No, the third one is fairly evenly matched. It's the
I don't know. It'll be competitive, but I'm still pretty sure I know who's going to win.
And we have Shane Taylor versus Cheeseburger, G. And then we have Silas Young versus Jonathan Gresham. But in our main event, the Machine Guns defended their ROH Tag Team titles against War Machine.
War Machine came ready to play.
It was a killer match.
Yeah, they immediately isolated Sabin and hit him with the finish.
Yes,
right off the bat.
Yeah, they hit him. They hit him with Thor's hammer right off the bat. Shelley had to make a quick breakup, jumping off the top and landing on Hansen. And then it was extremely competitive. But yeah, the size was a little difficult for the Machine Guns to combat. They were doing really well. They ended up hitting a lot of their double team finishers with their signature moves like the Dream Sequence and all kinds of things. And it was War Machine were in the driver's seat and were just about to win until the Addiction decided to come down and of course ruin things that the ROH fans like.
This match was on that list.
Yeah. They shot silly string all over Rowe and Hansen. Rowe and Hansen didn't like it.
I think it was Rowe punched Daniels. But right as he did it, or right after he did it, Kazarian goes, "No, don't punch him."
Yeah.
He was like a half a second late to trying to get Daniels not punched.
War Machine ends up trying, Kazarian was already out of the ring. Hansen knocks Daniels out. Rowe actually went out after Kazarian, I think, which allowed Chris Sabin to do a roll-up jackknife pin on Hansen, so the Machine Guns retain the tag team titles. I don't think the Addiction are going to get away from this. They're probably going to get a.
They're probably going to be getting the wrath of War Machine soon.
Yeah, very soon. But with ROH in the bag, let's talk about New Japan. This was Power Struggle. New Japón. We had Power Struggle. We had some cool matches here. We had the Young Bucks defeat Dragon Lee and Titan in tag team action.
I'd watch it.
We had Hirai Kawato, Kushida, Tiger Mask, and Jushin Thunder Liger defeat Taka Michinoku, El Desperado, Taichi, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Zack Sabre Jr. We had Satoshi Kojima, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and Togi Makabe defeat Yujiro Takahashi, Chase Owens, and Cody.
My boy, Chase Owens.
We had Roppongi 3K, which I believe is Sho and Yo in New Japan, win the Super Juniors Tag Team Tournament by defeating ACH and Raisuke Taguchi. And it looks like they're actually going to be getting their tag team title match against the Bucks at Wrestle Kingdom.
Alright.
Then we had Chaos defeat the Los Ingobernables in tag team action. Not Hiroshi. Minoru Suzuki retained the Never Openweight Championship in a bull rope death match against Toriano, which that's a terrifying situation. Marty Scurll defeated Will Ospreay to become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and then was challenged by Will Ospreay for a rematch. Kushida, who I don't think ever actually got a rematch against Will Ospreay, and Takahashi from Los Ingobernables, and it looks like it's going to be a fatal four-way for the championship at Wrestle Kingdom. This is the last big show before Wrestle Kingdom, so all the build is heading towards that show. Then we had Kenny Omega retain the IWGP United States Championship against Trent in a singles match. Once this match was over, Kenny kind of feels like, he's beaten everybody. He went back to America. He won the first ever the new IWGP United States Championship, and it's just he's beaten everyone. So he's waiting for someone to come out, and no one does. He says, "Well, if there's no one in Japan, I'll fight anyone." And it was at that moment that he said, oh, okay, I guess no one's coming out. He said, goodbye and good night. The lights went out, and a countdown video came up on the Tron with Fozzie's Judas playing behind it. And once the countdown reached 1, Chris Jericho was on the Tron in New Japan, praised Kenny Omega for being a great star, but not for being best in the world. Because people like Shawn Michaels, Edge, and CM Punk have said that they're the best in the world, but they're not there anymore, but Chris Jericho is. And Chris Jericho looks to prove that he is the best in the world by facing Kenny Omega at Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Holy shit.
Kenny Omega was excited, accepted the match, and I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but it may be for the IWGP United States Championship. Regardless, Wrestle Kingdom 12, we're getting Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Which is fucking insane. And then in the main event, Hiroshi Tanahashi retained the Intercontinental title over Kota Ibushi. I wonder how well that match was able to top that news that Jericho was...
Being the fact that it was Tanahashi and Kota, they probably
killed it. I'm not taking anything away from Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi, but after a bombshell like that with Chris Jericho, it's hard to beat that buzz.
Yeah, no, chances are, especially if they didn't wait a long time between that segment and the match, the crowd was probably still super stoked.
Probably, yeah. No, the crowd was going nuts for that whole video. I mean, that's some big fucking news.
Yeah, it's going to be Jericho's first big-time endeavor outside of WWE in,
since 1999.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
His first match outside of WWE.
I don't know if it'll be his first match outside of WWE, because I've seen him appear on shows. I don't know if he's wrestled on shows.
I don't think he's ever actually wrestled before.
But I've seen him appear on or be advertised for indie shows.
Yeah.
During his breaks.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, nothing as prominent as another organization that could rival a WWE level program.
So using that, we'll just go right into our news. I mean, obviously you wonder what WWE's thinking about Jericho's decision to have this match over in New Japan when he just wrestled at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
He was the United States champion for a little bit. I mean, he was a big name in WWE for the end of 2016 into 2017, and now he's going to start 2018 in New Japan. That's insane. So I guess if he's not actually under contract, which he's not, he's kind of on a loose deal, I guess, with WWE.
Well, what he does is he signs his contracts for small segments of time and just re-ups them if he wants to keep going. Yeah. You know, he doesn't do more than 6 months at a time.
Yeah.
That way, he's not committed to be there whenever they need him.
Absolutely. So, yeah. And then on top of that, there's another interesting story. Actually, real quick, New Japan is going to be returning to Long Beach on March 25th of 2018, the site of the first ever crowning of the IWGP United States Championship. So they're coming back over with, I think, their new the venue they're going to be in now is 3 times the size it was for the first G1 special show.
Wow.
So yeah, New Japan moving up in the world, obviously.
In the country. They're pretty up in the world to begin with.
That's true. But yeah, so we have Jericho going to New Japan, and then we had, at an ICW show, we had Triple H and the WWE UK champion Pete Dunne show up.
Yeah, Pete Dunne, from what I saw, Pete Dunne was already in the ring, and him and somebody else were talking, cutting a promo, and then Triple H's music hit.
Because...
And he came out, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm here, I just needed to pick up Pete.
Yeah.
We want to use him for our
show.
Yeah,
WWE was literally just around the corner from where they were at another show. Mustache Mountain was at their show, so I'm sure Pete is going to be doing at least 1 or 2 matches while they're over in the UK.
Oh, he's already done a couple.
Has he done?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's a I think Triple H was legitimately there to pick up Pete Dunne to go to the show.
It's crazy. So Triple H, talks about how much he appreciates fans from ICW. This is where our business starts, and it only gets bigger from here. People supporting things like this, really connecting with the fans. But he finishes his promo with an interesting line that I wrote down. It was, "We're going to take this business to new heights. If people think WWE is the biggest, you haven't seen anything yet." I have this weird theory in my head, which probably isn't true. But I would hope that with Jericho going to New Japan, Triple H doing stuff like this, Triple H being very in touch with the indie scene, and with how popular NXT is, I'm wondering if this is just all a big fucking ruse. Like, Vince knows exactly what's happening, and he's letting Triple H build this buzz before Triple H comes in and, usurps him in WWE. Like, Triple H just, invasion style, Triple H just takes power in WWE. I don't know. I don't actually think that's happening, but I mean,
I am predicting potentially a program or something called WWE Global. And being the cruiserweights, the UK classic guys, other people. I don't know.
There's so many things happening right now. It's an interesting time to be.
And I have to. I'm putting my trust in whatever it is. If Triple H is at the helm, pushing it forward.
Yeah, Triple H knows what the fuck.
Because there hasn't been much that he's done for NXT and the Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, all this kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That hasn't, nothing's set wrong with me that much.
Yeah, nothing has fell flat.
Yeah,
which is something that the main roster does that a lot.
Yeah, my biggest complaint so far that I can think of is the fact that they're doing a non-traditional War Games.
Yeah. Other than that, I think maybe the taping schedule of the Mae Young Classic was a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But still, the tournament was awesome. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is, but I'm excited to see whatever Triple H's plan is, and I support him so much. It's ridiculous. But I think that's it for news. We're done. Unless you got something.
Santino's backstage at Bound for Glory.
Holy shit. You brought TNA into this. We just talked about Jericho going to New Japan, Triple H making some sort of deal with the UK, and you bring up TNA.
No, I brought up Santino.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah, no. Sources were saying that they don't think that he's actually going to be used in any capacity on the show, but he was just there to visit people that he knew.
Probably. So I'm pretty sure he lives in Canada.
Yeah. What else? Del Rio.
Fuck that guy.
Took some shots. Not really. Essentially, he just said that, as much as he makes it seem like there's beef between him and WWE, there's really not. But that he doesn't plan to ever go back there in his career. And then he, little wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the camera saying that Paige is really, really close to her return.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. It's time for upcoming shows. Where I have none because I have to wait till December for Final Battle, and Wrestle Kingdom isn't until January 4th, so I'm not going to have an upcoming show for a while.
But I got plenty.
Tell us about it.
On Wednesday the 8th. What? Wednesday Night Wrist Lock. Instead of Thursday Night Throws.
Yep.
Yeah, Attack and Dragon Pro.
Yep.
Cardiff Wales, no matches announced.
Nope, not yet.
Let's do it again. Saturday, though, we're skipping Thursday, Friday, going straight to Saturday. Yep. 2 Shimmer tapings in the Berwyn Eagles Club, 96 and 97.
Yeah.
No matches announced as per usual.
Nope.
CZW is going to be there that Night of Infamy in Sewell, New Jersey, same day, with Jimmy Jacobs returning, facing
Holy
Sami
shit.
Callihan. Squared Circle of Sacrifice match between Jimmy Lloyd and Brandon Kirk. What are they sacrificing? I don't know.
Whatever they damn well please.
Maxwell Jacob Feinstein versus Ricochet and Page. David Starr versus Tim Donst. I kind of want to see that match.
Oh, yeah.
Ethan Page versus Space Monkey.
Space Monkey and CCW.
Yeah. And it's not like a two-brand crossover show.
Yeah.
JT Dunn versus Ace Romero. And Shane Strickland will defend the CCW Championship against Joe Gacy in a CCW Rules match.
We still don't know the difference because we didn't watch the Wolf. We didn't watch the Wolf of Wrestling, so we don't know the difference between a death match and a CCW Rules match.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll know.
On Sunday, the 12th, however, Shimmer is going to come back again, Illinois' Berwyn Eagles Club, 98 and 99.
Yeah.
So we know what comes after that. It'll be the official 100th
Wow.
Shimmer taping.
That's awesome.
Big deal. We'll probably have a lot of people pop up for that one.
And that'll be around WrestleMania.
I wouldn't be surprised if they hold that off until WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's so many people that could just pop back for little one-offs for that.
Oh,
match.
absolutely. Especially with
how about
that being a wrestling hub.
how about Tennille Dashwood making a Shimmer return?
Oh, she was in Shimmer, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I forget she was in Shimmer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and now with things like AAW doing a women's championship tournament, like the AAW women's champion could show up in Shimmer.
Yeah.
That's
Whoever that'll be.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of interesting things heading into that.
So, as much as we've got 2 sets of 2 tapings next week for results, I'm just super excited to find out what's going to happen going into the 100th edition of a Shimmer taping.
Who's going to be them champions?
But also on Sunday, we've got Beyond in
Yes.
Somerville, Massachusetts with Unprofessional.
Gee, I think there's a guy named Jimmy on this show.
Yeah, no, Josh Briggs.
Josh Briggs.
And
That's
going
the
to be
one.
facing Ace Romero in the tournament for tomorrow, first round, which apparently the first round of T for T is happening
Yeah.
at the show.
Interesting that they're doing that on a Sunday. So
Mike Verna versus Jay Freddy, Brendan Watts versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and Wheeler Yuta versus Damian Smith round out round 1.
All right.
And also, earlier we talked about the results of the Monster Mafia getting back together.
Yeah.
Now we got the Juicy Product getting back together. JT Dunn and David Starr.
Dunn and Starr back together.
Facing Martin Stone and a mystery partner, as well as a 8-man tag elimination Survivor Series-esque match.
Yeah, it's just a little nudge to Survivor Series coming up.
Team Pazuzu, Jaka Dickinson, and probably
Ifebo.
Ifebo.
Yeah.
That's my guessing of who's going to be.
No, that's who's on there.
All right, good. No big deal. They're going to be facing Sami Callihan, A.R. Fox, Michael Elgin, and that Jimmy guy you were talking about.
Oh, yes, like Jimmy Jacob.
Jimmy Jacoby.
Jacoby Shaddix from Papa Roach.
No, it's Jimmy Jacobs.
Yeah, Jimmy Jacobs doing CCW and Beyond this weekend. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's jumping into things
Yeah.
now.
And then we didn't even talk about him actually challenging Phoenix.
Yeah, he was at both AAW shows over the weekend.
Yeah,
he got into a shouting/shoving match with Phoenix on
spiking
the 3rd, and then attacked Phoenix just straight out after the main event on the 4th.
Yep. So, yeah, Jimmy Jacobs not wasting any time. He's got a brand new shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. He's getting right back into the mix of independent wrestling, and people are loving it because it's Jimmy Jacobs. So,
yeah.
But I think that's it. Like we said, slow news week, not a whole lot happening.
Yeah.
I mean, this video's gone on a little longer than usual, but we had to make up time. There's just not a lot to talk about. But thank you guys for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links.
So many links of our social medias, but those aren't the important ones. We like to direct you to the links above our links, the links to the professional wrestling promotions that we've been talking about for the last 186 weeks.
170.
178 Whatever. It's a lot of weeks.
Like
ROHWrestling.
ROHWrestling.com.
Like SuzyWrestling.com.
ChikaraPro.com.
ROHWrestling.com.
And many more.
So many more.
Did we do ROH twice? Because I'm pretty sure I said ROH. Whatever.
ROHWrestling.com.
We want to add more, so using the social media.
Briscoe shtick.
ROHWrestling.com. Use those social media links to send us links to your favorite and or local promotions. And if we can get a look at what they got, if you can give us upcoming shows, and within 24 hours the results of said shows,
Brandon points.
we will not only continue to talk about them on a regular basis, but we'll give you a shout out for bringing them to our attention.
Yeah.
Also, we want you to check out our podcast.
That's the SoundCloud link.
And we want you to check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
Reasonable with a W.
Like Wrestling. Where you can see our brand new unboxing, where you can see where we get this brand new Kevin Steen shirt, and our brawling buddy Joey Ryan. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Yeah. Nothing interesting at all.
No.